He really might have found the Zodiac Killer. What up, YouTube elaboration / breakdown video? This guy has really said to believe to found the Zodiac Killer. That's all I really got here. You sent me the clips. I said I'll react to what you guys send me. Hit the like button. Comment below. Let me know what y'all want to see next. Subscribe. Join the family. Let's get right into I found the Zodiac Killer.
We're 100% sure that Richard Hoffman, your grandpa, was the Zodiac Killer.
I'm not 99.9 no more. I'm 100%.
100%?
Symbol that now stands for terror.
100% sure that his grandfather was the Zodiac Killer. This is insane, bro.
America's most notorious serial killer.
The Zodiac Killer.
Zodiac Killer.
Leaving clues, sending letters directly to the police and news stations. And for nearly 50 years, no one has come close to figuring out who the Zodiac Killer was. Every few years, some new evidence or suspects would appear, but there was never enough evidence to prove it. But this time, seems different. A man named Jay Foy posted a series of TikToks.
My grandpa is the mother Zodiac Killer. It looks exactly like my grandpa. Grandpa was a Vallejo police officer. That was the word until wrong.
So I'm gonna meet up with him to see how much evidence he has on his grandfather and to see if after 56 years, we might finally have the identity of the Zodiac Killer. In order to talk to Jay and understand his evidence, we first had to understand the details of the Zodiac story. So I went to where it all began. This was the exact site of the first murder of David and Betty.
The double homicide that took place out on a county road sometime after 11 o'clock.
Car pulls up on this road. It's a couple, David and Betty. They're just doing what couples do, having a good time. He, I guess, was following them for quite a while. He pulls up beside them, and then he shoots them both. It's terrible. What's insane to me is they have the actual crime scene photos. I don't know how well it will match up. Evidence we got from this, which will be important later, is it was a couple, man and woman. It was a gun used. The ammo was Super X, which is important. And as for the location itself, there's the Zodiac symbol, which just looks like a scope, all over the place. I also found some bullets, which was mildly concerning, but I just ignored that. And then I found a lot more Zodiac symbols. Signed this one, I don't know what it was written with because they could not get that off. And then above, you also have a smiley face, which that's the type of stuff that I like to see. It's a lot better, more positive. This isn't really where the Zodiac name started though, because he didn't write any letters or anything until after the next murder, which was only 3 miles down the road. This is the one where they pulled out on a gravel road. It doesn't look anything like that though. And this is the park right here. It's honestly a really nice park. You can see from the overhead shot, it happened up here and to the left. Man, that kid is screaming so loud. They think the Zodiac Killer killed 37 people, only 5 are confirmed. So a couple pulls in here, Darlene and Mike. Darlene, she was known as, how do I say this in a not bad way? She was with some dude that wasn't her husband. She was also married at the time. Car comes around, he parks like the police, it seems like it's officer. He comes around with a light, attempts to kill both of them. Darlene dies, and then Mike doesn't. He survives, which is kind of important for finding out who the Zodiac Killer is. The guy we're meeting up with later, Jay, he has information on this exact thing from the actual police cases. He's also talked to Mike, the guy that survived, and it's mind-blowing stuff. So this all happened on July 4th, which is also something to take note of. Apparently on this one, he literally straight up called the police and admitted to this one. So around a month later, the Zodiac basically was born, because this was the first letters he sent, and ciphers. He sent them to the San Francisco Chronicle, Vallejo Times, and the Examiner.
Yo, I've actually been there. I passed there. I took pictures and photos in front of there.
Literally his message. He lists the brand name of the ammo, Super X. He names how many shots were fired, where they were fired, how the people were positioned, what they were wearing. He basically confirmed that he did it, but in addition to that, he left ciphers and told the news stations to put it in the paper or else he would kill a lot more people. Basically the real life Riddler. And this first cipher was eventually solved by a random couple, and it basically said that the Zodiac believed that all the people he killed would be his slaves in the afterlife. This didn't really help us figure out if the Zodiac Killer was Richard Hoffman, but some details at the next location definitely would.
So you think he was like picking people who he wants to be his slave?
I don't even think so. I don't know if that was just like I almost feel like he was trolling. Like I don't think he believed that. Yeah, you think if that's like your whole philosophy behind killing people, well, one, you wouldn't even really be telling people, would you? We have arrived, kind of. It's a little downwards.
Napa Police Department. I want to report a murder. No.
A double murder. They're 2 miles north of parking headquarters. They were in a white Volkswagen Carpet. I'm the one that did it.
That nigga was cold blooded. Hey, hey, Big Zodiac, you heard me? He was cold blooded, bro. Said, and I'm the one that did it. I seen him do it. I'm the one that did it.
This is where it happened, just down here. So I think they were laying like right here. Cecilia Shepard and Brian Hartnell. This one was like, if you watch the movie, I don't even want to describe it on YouTube because it's so brutal. Like, it was literally, it is hard to watch. And the guy survived.
Brian made it for 2 reasons some people might regard as intangibles: a strong faith and an equally strong will to live.
I did think I was going to die. From that moment on, one has to have certain goals that you have to set. The first goal, of course, was to live.
Prayers out to that guy. This was the only one he ever did with a knife, which is very odd. It almost seemed like he was just doing stuff, like everything he was doing was to throw people off. The other important thing about this location and to finding out who the Zodiac Killer is this was the first time he was seen in a costume. The costume that the Zodiac wore was described as an executioner's hood with a symbol. He wrote on their car, on the car of the people he killed, his symbol, Vallejo, the date, which was 12/20/68, very close to Christmas. It seemed like he really liked to do stuff around holidays. He sends literally so many ciphers. There's a ton. I'll go over those a little bit later, but man, I get so off track easily. I have ADHD. I'm really sorry. What was I just saying? I don't know. I'm really interested in like the psychology of why these people were doing it. Like what was going through their mind. It's just like, it doesn't make sense. We were starting to see some patterns emerge that would be connected to Richard, but there was still a lot more that connected. So we headed to the 4th official murder. So we have driven about an hour, about
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna do us both all a favor. I'm about to find to where he started talking to. I can't really skip, huh? Because then I might miss something.
Hours to the next spot.
I'm not gonna skip.
All right. So first we need to find out where exactly it was, because it's the corner of these 2 streets. But as you notice, there's 4 different corners. It's one of the corners. We don't know which one. Oh, is that literally the one we're on? Because this is 3898. So they know this 100% was him for a lot of reasons. So what happened? Cab pulled up here, literally right in front of this house.
San Francisco Police Department.
Yep, there's a fight in a cab.
What is your location?
3390 at Washington.
I believe that was the exact window they saw it out of. I don't know how accurate that is once again. But yeah, literally like that's the view. They would have saw it from right there. I mean, that's pretty close. And then top part, police drive by him. They drive by him. They see the Zodiac Killer. But you know what description they were looking for? A black dude. Man, they were so close to catch.
They could have solved the Zodiac murder, but they was looking for me. And I wasn't even born yet. See, that's the problem. A lot of unsolved cases like that, a lot of racism play a part in the not finding of a Caucasian man or the total elimination of finding the right guy because a black man was found guilty of the crime. It's crazy. Now, if you want to watch the full video and understand how they truly believe that the guy's father, a grandfather, is the Zodiac Killer, go to Groovy Gavin YouTube channel. Groovy Gavin, you guys, right above my head. Thank you. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, let me know. Send me more links. I should watch on Instagram. Till the next video, I'm out. Peace.